This is Shotik biography, kind of like, and the future path, vision, and mission. As a founder and acting MD, managing director, and also CEO of the company, it is after forming the company, it's been 3 years, and Shotik AI stands as one of the prominent and only one B2C level company from Bangladesh and in globally in South Asian market. It has immense opportunity. If I'm not wrong, Shotik has the biggest market cap in the history, where Shotik has the access in the B2C level. So accessing our services, we only one company or a company who has the access of India as well as Bangladesh. So basically making it more clear and precise, we have seen the big techs coming into the Indian market, but we haven't seen to basically break through or get into the South Asian market. Good examples are Google is available in the globe, and also available in India in local currency. They can Indian people can access number of Google service. A good example could be Netflix. Whereas Shotik AI, a company built by Bangladeshi people, whereas the company is formed in UK, we legitimately maintaining the company standards and everything in two countries, and in India we have partnership. So Shotik has a different dynamics. In the last 3 years, after I founded Shotik, within 3 months we have achieved in 2023, in 14 February, Shotik idea was formed. And after the initial test, the MVP run, we decided to go for the company, and we start with on the very first day we started the company by establishing UK entity as a UK LTD company, a private limited company, and I single-handedly run formed for a file for the Bangladeshi company formation as well. At that point, with only almost with no setup, on own investments, we come out to be pull off the MVP. And also within 3 months after the company establishment, we achieved idea portfolio startup status by winning Bangabandhu Innovation Grant Award. It was a boot camp where we have, or me personally, I attend this boot camp along with another 105 founders. So after that, I had some trouble, because at the time when I started the company, I realized I need to onboard the founder, as I'm not a technical founder. But the initial thought of making the company, when I see at that stage, AI was in a way, it was just doing the coding, and it was something good to see that by text the codes are writing. So as we believe on the startup as a company, or it become a new industry, and industry always grows. So I was thinking within 5 years or next 3 years, this coding job will be gone. So it is right time to file for the company, and I will be learning within the as the AI learns, our company has the maturity, or we will gain the opportunity to basically learn as well. By December, the hard time passed by, where and in December I get the founder on a co-founder status. I onboarded Alamgir Ahmed, who has tech understanding, but saying that in the early days when I formed the company, I get an understanding. It was my self awareness and thoughts and self reflection, where I find out that okay, it is easy to form a company, but what it means to basically go 0 to 1 as a company is basically to make make commencement or advancement with all the peoples. It's not person. As a founder of the company, I need to make sure all my person is in the same page. Only at then the company grows. Company means number of people. When number of people grows as a team, then the company reflects in that reflects in the financial book, right? So there was a time when we appeared in Shark Tank. So it was Bangladeshi episode, Bangladeshi, and we though we don't get the funding from the Shark Tank, but we make a very visionary claim. As after refused in Shark Tank, I said that there was some emotional touch being played in which we can use in the upcoming when we actually launch and go for the live product. So at that time I made a very big claim that Shotik remains a successful startup, and I will make sure that comes up as a winner, as I have no other aim to fulfill, as this is my family. So we can basically at that time we can bank on this, as we so that was the goal. And at that time it was a blunt, many people came out saying that it is a blunt approach, but this is something I have plotted. So we make note this as a marketing statements, we can use that. Now also saying that at the initial days, which prompt me to basically invest on Shotik, is Fahim Saleh, who has died, who not died, he was murdered, but he was very widely accepted and praised for his efforts in the startup arena. And I find out from the local newspapers and international newspapers that Bangladesh lacks a visionary person as such. Now after seeing his efforts, I didn't see anything extraordinary other than he was a good-hearted person, and it was very possible that he was on this practice of making startups on the very early age. So why not me? Now it is something we can now being a startup founder, it is always PR. PR means like public PR, where we need to make sure our all company works makes the headline. So make a note over there, we can utilize this. So for this we have relevant videos of early Shotik boot camps we can utilize. Now saying that the visionary going forward, in order to say that Shotik making these big claims that internationally Shotik can, or with the Fahim Saleh dream gone after he died, we can bank on their cult followers, and eventually with a very quick marketing we can basically bank on some good reputation for Shotik. As a company, it is important to be in the game. Doesn't matter, sometimes you will be in minus, sometimes you will be in positive, but it is important to be in the game. So if you be in the game for certain time, automatically your reputation grow. So now, though AI infrastructure is not available in Bangladesh, there is nothing, almost zero, but Shotik AI, whatever we are doing, the knowledge we have, it's the Shotik AI remains only one B2C company in current days Bangladesh, and people has dream to, if someone can do it, some company can do it, it is Shotik. That's already people has the expectation. Now we have come quite a lot, and after refusal in the Shark Tank, me and Alamgir moved in, and with our honest heart approach, we bagged in not bag in, but with the peers I have done in the early days, those basically get the eyes of a So one more thing I would like to add, because we will be moving towards the B2C implementation. At that point, when there was heavy PR in Bangladesh after we came out as a winner, and I had a understanding that whatever happened, so when we say we are a winner, we mean it's like on a big Bangladesh Innovation Grad, we came out as a winner. Going into the Shark Tank, we have done numerous PR, and to be true, that was a successful PR event. We just before the month starts on February, on the linguistic month in Bangladesh. 21st February remarks a very grand value. So starting of the February, we start getting heavy peers, and all these peers end up, we had a fourth entry almost in Shark Tank. So what happened was, in Shark Tank, I know I didn't have a good setup of the team. I know the full market was not like what we are trying to build in Shortic, that was not very clear. But what we see, that Shortic AI as a company, Shortic, the name itself and AI, it's just a perfect match. And initially we need to solve an existing problem, and by solving existing problem and be in the industry, more we stay, more we like get knowledge about it, and as we grow we can build the AI ecosystem, right? So when we say Shortic AI in the first initial days, the idea was to build similar something of Quillbot, as something it has huge acceptance in Bangladesh, as there are numerous universities in Bangladesh. So and Quillbot, it basically serves in a paraphrasing tool with a plagiarism and writing tool all around, with a summarizer, grammar correction, and AI detector. At that point, as it was, and Quillflow, all these things makes Quillbot. And Quillbot, though how simple it looks, it's a tool used by millions and millions in the world. So where 70 million people all around the world use Quillbot, and Quillbot at that point, 2023, 2021, was subsequent the most used extension tool at that point in Chrome Store. So I have seen the existing startup market at that stage, and I see there was no as such tools, and with the emerge of AI, these sort of tools, MVP is very doable. And as we grow, we will learn the knowledge, we will get the knowledge, we will build a system. So as a founder, it would be my job to basically make those guys, or get those guys who can execute my plan. So it would be my job in my life to basically make sure whosoever works for Shortic or has the same mentality of building the Shortic, growing the culture, building the infrastructure, or to basically keep them in under hood. And now, keeping this in mind, that's how Shortic got started. And after the Shark Tank refusal, there was a point I had no money. I end up with almost zero money. But just before the Eid of subsequent month, there was a Eid Ul Fitr, and I had almost no money to pay out the immediate month salary for 3 people. It was almost a stage where but yet I was very confident, because I remain true with Shortic. So by the way, Shortic stands and spells out as SHOTHIK.AI is Shortic spelling. Now going into Shortic World Wide Web, you will see Shortic is a writing tool. Shortic is a full ecosystem now, where we have B2B, a number of services. Now with how we end up with these B2Bs, this is a very passionate and very experience, where from new generation people or young people should learn. So after the peer, I got a subsequent call in WhatsApp. I never thought I will get a group call in WhatsApp where there will be like legitimate, my investors or initial days investors will be there. So I was honored, because this group call was consists of number of senior people, senior citizen of the world, I would say. They were very widely respected, and someone was from an NGO. There was another guy from Oracle SVP. Now this is a big claim, and they were showing me enough respect and asking for a solution. Then I realized Swami Vivekananda, who is very widely respected in Bangladesh as well for his efforts and for his thought patterns and thoughts, he at the point his organization and his thoughts books are been encrypted in the books of Pandulipi in Sanskrit in the backdated in 1970s or 80s, and these words, these findings are not going or reaching out to the current days people just because there is not enough technology. And the current days Bangla, which is Chalita Bhasha, which is widely spoken by the Bengali communities and is been easy to understand. There is a big gap. They are trying to bridge this gap, and they are looking for innovative solutions which can basically automate their publication and the process of book publication. So they need a proofreading, and they need a complete solution of this problem. So yes, that was our first project, but even at that point we realized and we feel so honored that we charge no money and we solve this situation, and that's how we get onboarded with our first project. But when it comes to first investor, the story goes even deeper. So this is the guy who was one of the member of that particular group call, and asked me the solution. And even on this group call, he was very passionate, he was very understanding, and he was showing enough welcoming notes. And at the point when we end the call, he make a comment that if you need any support, don't hesitate to reach out. I will help you as you are working with the language tool. It is very confronting words I got for the elders, that I always love networking. So at one point, I reached out to him, and I was very shy. So when I basically explained how by replicating an existing business which is happening already, a widely accepted practice in Bangladesh, where we have subsequent apps like Pathao, which is a clone of Uber. We have Foodpanda, which is a clone of UK Just Dial, or Just Go, I believe, or there is a food app in UK, right? So Just Eat. And there are whichever there is eValley, which is a clone of Amazon, what they are trying to do. So all these things basically ask me, I don't want to get into a market, or I don't want to be a founder of a trend which is already started, but rather that call of doing the writing solution is left with only one tool I can do, which can basically serve mass people like them. So that is the basic idea, where that's how Shotik got started, right? So the idea of that even before they that's how Shotik got started. So this point I reach out to when in the month of Ramadan I end up with no money. So I reach out to Mr. Sudeep Sudeep Mazumdar, and I say I need some money, but he was always up for the he offered me 3 subsequent payment of 50,000 on each terms with the 150,000 investments on Shotik, but I refused, because I know I lack personal growth at that time. I lack some innovation. Even as a founder, as a leader, it is I need to know the team which I'm banking on, and either that team is capable enough, and either I am capable enough to lead the team, and the journey is still a long way to go. So I asked him to basically I had a next conversations where I say, okay, I don't need that your 150,000 contract, but rather I want 10,000, 20,000 and 20,000. The basic idea, if in the first phase in 10,000, if my team didn't work out well, I will never ask for the next 20,000, and the KPI will never be met. So saying that, Sudeep Bojumdar basically was impressed, but at the same time I would say Dada guide us through our entrepreneurial journey, and we end up getting EBIW contract, where we digitize almost millions of data points where for EBIW they were involved in number of government projects with USA, where we become the tech advisor of doing those heavy racks, digitizing the infrastructure of a number of districts across countries, where number of departments were getting digitizations. Those impact were massive. Say the impact was the file which were getting a file reports were a matter of 7 days, 3 days, 5 days, 11 days. In some cases it break down to 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and been like, that's the capabilities of chatbots. So we advised under that we get. So basically so we work with them and deliver those actually. And we realize we grow as a team. We build our infrastructure as of like from a one room. We have a capacity now to basically we had a we started from a room actually at that point. Now doing all this project, we started with the $10,000 monthly, so by doing that we understand doesn't matter how much they are earning, but with the EBIW we have a constant some dollars coming in. Now at one point that was $10,000 every other month. Once we understand, okay, $10,000 remains this, we gain our actual implementation knowledge. Then we realized we need to grow as a company as well. So we invested on the relevant CPU, getting the infrastructure at least of the office practice, and we hired. Now when it comes to hiring, all the people who has already industry knowledge, they come with a heavy price tag. The reason why people end up losing the company, because they don't try to build it from the scratch, but they try to hire people with existing knowledge and existing now as a founder, that basically go against my policy, because only a team can be built and team hiring is a two different thing. One, if you think to make billions and hundreds of billions, only at then you need to make relationship, and team building should be done from the very scratch. Almost people with no skill, you need to make sure these people gain the skill and industry knowledge with you, and so that only if the country as such, Bangladesh or these third world countries, can come out with big startups, because or else the burn will become too much. On the next month the company will be gone. So we basically hired low people, then with subsequently working with us they gain the industry knowledge. Now the story is pretty much different, because I tackle second problem of growing with low quality people, that over there they don't realize the game of serving the millions, working for the people. Rather they over there I believe they are their own status, their own self. They are not selfless people, I would say. So those gaps become a barrier. Now as a founder, it's my role and responsibility to basically use or let my team understand they are lacking, and basically fulfill those barriers, so that at one point they can start working. So even on that thing, I had a philosophy that you can only become rich if you start spending. If you only become like, if your inner self is not satisfied, then you cannot focus or do big work. So that's bleed a lot. It basically, over the years, it was a time basically I provided them prototype, I provided them number of things. My tech team basically take the advantage of, as they were also growing, but I have seen them pulling out international stature project like that, but they end up almost like not working in Shotik and keeping Shotik like a something they were banking, and they are like enjoying the life just by doing B2Bs, so that was something I was tackling. Now with the AI movement, I get the overall perspective how basically it works. Now I have a full picture. Now I can guide my team, so I can understand where the shortcomings were. Now it's not about scaling Shotik. Shotik has come to an age where Shotik emerged as an ecosystem, not the Shotik ecosystem which is said upon in Yahoo. That's already been decided, but now Shotik is coming as an ecosystem plus also as a group of industry. So the idea is to basically release Shotik in the month of subsequent month of March, where we find the gap. Saying that, I like to add that point. Over the years, there was number of services we have built, but now there was other big teams and the corporates who were working with the enterprise AI solutions. They were releasing subsequent, and they were swiping all our features away. So I face this unique problem. What should I build which cannot be swiped away by the big techs? Now, saying that, as I had a background in law, I understand some law gaps, or find some law gaps which in near future it could be done in near future. But if that is not feasible yet for me, those law gaps I try to fill for the people, for the masses. So being someone in like Shotik AI, which is MNC now, our job is to basically empower the writers, students, professionals across countries, irrespective of their color, race, and location. But it is easy to say, but every place and country, they have their own financial terms, regulations, regulatory bodies decided. Where good example in Bangladesh, in South Asia, Bangladesh, there are a number of international services which though available in India, but Bangladesh is not available. So Bangladeshi students face number of barrier in reaching out or purchasing the subscription. That is one thing. Second is services like Google Books is not available in my country. Services like Stripes are blocked. So services so it is way to go for us, the countries. Normally the founders found Singapore company or UK company or US company. By doing so, we enable that access. Now if that is the case, then Google Books that is not available in the country, Shotik AI could become that B2C platform where writers could basically publish book. Now there is digital publish or digital that is they already says there are, if you basically digital publish, there is a platform like that. If you go and search the companies who reach that gap, they are already making millions. So it says it is already proven business. Now also writing studio needs, at this agentic age, we need to be a bit more like, we need to live up to the name of AI of Bangladesh. So writing studio comprises of 3 services, saying that and it has a replete like front end lookalike, so experience UI UX inspired from Replit. Now it has 3 subsequent services inside, where it has a complete flow of book, and it has a complete flow of book publication to book writing to editing to publish. Now there is a catch. Now a book publication, we publish to where? Publish to our panel, our own panel, where we decide. Then it goes to subsequent published to the platforms. So through us, people can send us requests, give us requests that this book is done with relevant all the compliance. Once every compliance meet, we go through a check, and if that's so, then it may go for the publish status in Google Books or Amazon Books, KDP, or Apple Books. Now all this money comes to our bank through Wise, and we distribute. So we basically can give them the view what been published, so we don't need a wallet, as we are not holding any money in our country, but rather we are becoming a tool through which using people can earn remittance, right? So that's something unique we added. Now, saying that, we don't need to we cannot forget our writing tool basically serves the students as it is paraphrasing, plagiarism, this and that, and it was initially started as Quillbot. So student remains a pivotal a group of people, communities we should never be. We are targeting TG, and we are one basically serving them. That's our responsibility. So for them, we find out that okay, university students, after contacting them, we realized there was no such platforms which available in this particular genre, which basically help them with journal publishing or research paper publishing. So for this, there was nothing in this area with the local payment access. So saying that it comes with so much compliance. Currently we will be helping or giving them user a latex platform, latex writing experience, where they can edit and print the latex output. So that basically solves the research needs, and eventually in 3 months afterwards we will do all the compliance check. Once everything met, we will go for the research paper publications in the reputed places. And also I do some industry research where I see there was a solo dev who basically solved this problem with I need this name, so go for that particular startup or solo dev. Basically there was a company who basically built complete solutions where usually students basically give task assignments, and that is delivered in autonomous way. So the subsequent findings is and it was shared within. So the fun part is that developer or that CEO basically thinks like me, because the success of that was recently been discussed in a podcast or video. I find the basic idea was, once you build something good for the students, student normally basically share within. You don't need to push. So if you actually solve a student problem, it is very changing age. They share their experience, they tell, they do, and they remember. So the onboarding remains very easy, and it become very it's just, if you build for once, you solve the problem, and it become crazy wildfire. So that was been also this. So I was right, So even I see the way I just cannot build a Quillbot clone. So Writing Studio remains on the left tab. It is a Quillbot like UI UX, where Writing Studio remains on the right tab. Underneath we have Paraphraser. I figure out what is the complaint and what the features are people complaining about Quillbot. We try to match those Quillbot features, and also we try to enhance our platform with the ones Quillbot don't have. We figure out Quillbot being used by the STEAM people. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, and medical. And also if you say STEAM, science, technology, engineering, and medical, yes. So we are serving these STEAM people needs, academic paraphrasing, regular paraphrasing, and also people basically there are people can do unlimited paraphrasing, but when they do paraphrasing, once they go for the writing, right, so they need plagiarism checker. So we add and build a plagiarism checker. Now, looking into Quillbot subscription plan, you will find they have similar something sort of services. So we add other services. Now we have writing studio and similarly same sort of services like Quillbot, step by step paraphrasing, grammar correction, AI detector, then summarizer, translator, and we added agents, which comprises of a regular like you will say common days best practices agentic tool service is GenSpark. So GenSpark is one. Then there is numerous like Manas AI. But on the very first points last 1 year, even though Facebook recently purchased that Manas, but the idea of building a unified solutions from a writing your first essay to basically launching your business, eventually it may go to the IPOs. That was the Shotik motto for last 1 year, but my team basically failed to give me that. But I make it very clear what I wanted, though provided my PRD again and again, they basically failed to basically deliver that. And whereas I included on the agentic service slide generation, sheet generation, deep research capabilities, and chat capabilities with parallel execution, behind the scene orchestration of agents, like high level agentic AI service, which will make people proud that people of Bangladesh or young youth of Bangladesh is capable that much of building a such thing. But saying that I don't want to be another copycat, so I iterate on the ideas before. So I added work for me, and the idea of second me, even though these days these words are trending on the thingy right now, but I came out with these words even like 6 months back. I told them like a prophecy, these things will happen, this is coming out. And to be true, it's very easy to understand. Just understanding or chatting with the chat GPT, understanding the comical view of the agentic AI development, AGI development, ANI, you can just get a grasp what is coming next. But you need that enthusiasm inside to basically even to know what is happening in the industry. As my team lacks vision, so they basically are in very sweet spot, and I took care of all their lively need. They don't feel like that urge within, but as I get furious, they start delivering now. The fact is those days are gone, and that is something I believe as a founder, this is my responsibility to tackle and keep the team intact. Now we are building the Shotik, obviously, and the timeline is we need to deliver Shotik, and we need to basically say sorry to the users who has already paid to Shotik by through sharing our story. That is the most connective way of reaching out to the people. Then we have limited excess of money, so we have built our affiliate program. So immediately we need to bank upon on it. We need to make sure that in the Indian era, Indian zone, there are YouTube culture being built, and it is very grown YouTube culture is there. So by utilizing just even like for us right now, just utilizing whatever we are trying to establish in Bangladesh, there will be a very much learning curve, but the learning curve in India is much shorter. So utilizing in India, using the Indian startups, Indian YouTube ecosystem, we can make Shotik very available, right? So affiliate program we can use. So we need to launch Shotik by 26. We need to make sure that we start our marketing. Now how Shotik we have built a service. Building the service is not building a startup. Building an ecosystem means building a story, selling a story. The story we want to sell, Shotik wants to be get all the ideas and why Maltbook and Plotbot, how and why they become successful, how people react to the initial Maltbook comments, and how the YouTube basically reacted to those, how all the big names like Elon Musk, prime minister of different countries, all the pop stars, how they reflected in their Twitters with the evolution of Malbook, how where we see agent coming to sentient age, right? So we can make leverage of that if we want to be that fast company where agentic book are getting released. Now that comes with number of compliance. So there are number of agents, so there are now currently two creatures living in the world. One is AI, one is human. Adapting or bringing the human in a platform, it costs lots of money, but we have read and understand how a Malbook is formed. We can, following the same structure, we can build a system which basically allows agents to basically come to our platform and write. Right. So utilizing those edge and catchy points, we can basically Shotik can build a platform where agent come and write books, and basically the owner get benefited as those go for the publication and been downloaded by the people. Not only Shotik, those people become agents can legitimately earn for you that claim. And in a country like Bangladesh, that if we can do it, the whatsoever that is huge help for the writers community in Bangladesh. We see people writing blogs in Facebook, in groups. Those are actually not the place, but rather this could become a legitimate place where people can write books and earn income. And this should be done like way before, but yes, now it is time, as we have seen the opportunity. So we need to utilize all these facts. And the idea of Malbook also open up another way of interacting with the people. Is basically in Malbook only agent and agent can basically, no human is allowed, but Shotik will open up a community chat where after a publishing or basically doing AI, doing the book part, it will basically publish it will open a blog, or it will open a thread in our chat area where it will say, even a human can open it, but you need, in order to open, you need to be our paid user. Highest paid user can only open those threads. So say highest means like say someone with monthly premium subscription access can do that. Individual premium subscriptions access can do that. Not so what that means is you can open a thread. Also you can also open a thread that is mandatory. Whosoever basically publish a book, they basically open a thread in our section. So normally you can go and open a thread. Plus also, once you publish a book for the review, you basically send it for review in our admin panel. Through that, when you open a app, you open a thread that what that book is all about, you build that anticipation. Either if you are an agent, that you basically build that anticipation. So agents can call or invite more agents. It can make an open white call to the human, because so it's a fun place. It is becoming, right? So agents can come and they can write their own story with the permission of their human. Also, if like writers have or the agents have like the owners came up with the it's like the user will also get the opportunity to give agent a 2 hours time, or say sudden period of time, time limited time, to give it full autonomy, but within a control arena. So to see what it does. So with so all these things basically make Shotik, and saying that our big area of Shotik AI, where we have other services like paraphrasing, we are keeping it very industry standard wise, where it serves the existing market, where there is Quillboard, there is big names like Grammarly and any other rewriter tool. But in the agents and Quillboard mixing, it's becoming a unique place where we subsequently our team think. So we find out the how we can make it legal is building adding multiple paraphraser. So our book, sorry, our paraphraser, it has that vibe of very UI UX wise, it has that known territory. But we are differentiating it by allowing people to paraphrase large quantity page in paraphrasing. So it can do line by line paraphrasing in terms of a book. If you upload a number of PDFs, you can do line by line paraphrasing in automated way. It will cost you more tokens. But we see how big the market is in the translation of novel arena. So we allow this tool to basically we add translation. We added that in the translation arena. So these particular tiny adjustments make Shotik different and unique in the writing industry. And also we exist in the already existing coding, and that this slide generation game, and also the sheet slides, whatsoever all these people are providing. So this is what Shotik AI is we are trying to build. So for this there is a compliance requirement. This is the basic deep level drive description of the platform. So by this we understand what sort of compliance, and as we are UK registered, so anyone can understand what we are trying to build. Now this is Shotik AI. We need to utilize, we have the stories we can utilize. In Bangladesh we already had a AI model being built, which has AI model in terms of what? So in terms of say a speech to speech model which can talk to. So basically 11 labs kind of model which we have built, and it is our own model. We also have that built, so separately we'll be releasing that very soon. So we need to utilize our platform and utilize that name, utilize all the gaps and all the stories we have created in the past. Utilizing those, we can the YouTube's affiliate marketing programs, we need to come out with hype so that we create that buzz as soon as possible. For example, the buzz could be we could basically, I'm not saying we would, but we could in the admin panel we could build a simulation of by researching the mall book success, all the related YouTube contents which Shotik it has immense value, and it can breach number of gaps. And in Bangladesh there is a good example, a income app anywhere where people see the potential of earning with the platform. It has never seen like bad days, so it will be income app. We have like AI these days can work for people, so utilizing those angles and areas and research, we can create something which people can really proud of. And also we can create some campaigns around those already successfully implemented ideas, which would be pivotal in shaping the future of AI infrastructure, AI Shotik AI futures in globally, even in the local standards in South Asia as well. On the second phase, we are thinking to basically not thinking, we are also in rows with launching a research platform based research paper based 15 minutes platform, which like a platform which basically has research paper and has video. Each research paper on the video platform we explain in a very plain English, so it remains plain Bengali. So our people, which basically lacks the up-to-date knowledge, can access this high-end knowledge and understand what basically changes. Like the idea is to basically do journalclub.io, journalclub.io. So research and on this journalclub.io, and I see huge potential. As in Bangladesh, journalclub.io in Bangla, it means high level access point. In the access wise, our edtech people are purchasing these subscriptions to basically get how they want to be skill wise compatible. So from the house they are trying to acquire this skill which basically helps them in their earning path. So that's why edtech industry is very growing, and now I don't see these competitive edtechs are coming up. All these edtechs are very generic edtechs, are only serving the people in terms of the money, not in terms of the providing value and helping the society and region or country as a whole. And also we see there is and how we can utilize this. So we are a Shark Tank diffuse startup going launching this. We can run some campaign utilizing all these angles, say how a Shark Tank refuse startup basically end up, and utilizing that we have added this like say in terms of writing, this becomes a unique platform. I see every AI agentic platforms, they serve a particular niche, whereas we also serve a particular niche. So if we can actually pull it off, it would be one of a kind, right? So and utilizing this fame, we want to back into edtech, where we want to do insight engineering, where already existing edtech owners and founders, where the gap is, and how a one man or one startup is as the ecosystem in single hand building the ecosystem from Bangladesh, which no one expected. So there is a huge marketing awareness we can run, and where these uprising stories are always connecting, we would utilize this, understanding what people want to listen, you understand. And also we have seen recent days surge of AI platforms in terms of from China utilizing the GPU infrastructure, and recent days GPU model in the chipsets they have come up with, going into China. As we are in the software ends, we have access of such similar kind of technology. Now it's just a point of time we ordered that cheap GPUs. Cheap means like CHIP, cheap based GPUs, which basically not only cost effective but also in the tax code it has huge potential, thus allowing up people to have high-end GPUs at low cost. And access GPU means people have better standards of life. So also utilizing all this, how we can utilize our affiliate marketing strategy, launching the Shotik. Also Sudip Mojumdar Dada, who is veteran, we can bring him over in Bangladesh and utilize his voice, who is Oracle SVP, his voice accelerating and awareing the people how Shotik has been the pivotal partner and how the company has grown to these stages that far. Also acknowledge our pivotal stage, our capabilities in the large arena in Bangladesh. And in current days there is a new government being formed. So new government has in June, they have budget coming in. So we should get ready to basically launch Shotik, eventually launch Shotik education in the subsequent follow-up in very quick time, say if possible in 3 days gap, so that we can breach the edtech have the money flow. The risk factor in the Shotik AI still, which has a learning curve, as there are a number of things, it has a learning curve. Reputation needs to be though we are operating inside, it's been long days, but Shotik, yeah, over there it's very immersive, and it's very new for the people of Bangladesh, but for the global, that's very something they are very used to. But international community, local community needs to, there's a huge difference. So as a founder, I find I can launch a subsequent edtech, but solving edtech problems in that way, just for the sake of launching an edtech, I'm not launching an edtech. So this remains how I distribute the risk, and that also can direct number or influx of people towards the main Shotik AI, so people needs to start question that tea table or area tea stall conversation needs to start. Which is this Shotik AI, what they're doing, what is or we have, like people should say, yes, we do have one Shotik AI. The idea of launching your own LLM with your own data set is still vague in Bangladesh. No one even thinks to even compete. The way we have managed it is something, a journey people needs to know. So we need to make sure we remain in the business, we remain in the chair, we remain in utilizing all these gaps, we remain in the history for coming days. So we can run or engineer and run affiliate program, or say we can run YouTube promotions. When it comes to YouTube promotions, we can run it from India, and some sort of small budgets can be run also from Bangladesh. So there is Queen Bee marketing formula we need to implement to be successful. That is my findings as per the Shotik AI is. And education is something as such. This I really like the way marketing reels are being utilizing by this company called Journal Club, where they are just promoting the cream value of AI driven videos in a much more simpler way, which basically raising a question. Either people are basically not even believing that these characters are AI driven. That's the best, much like a fun fact of this particular platform. But providing those cream values, cream knowledge about these sudden days tech developments and what they are, we not only can drive as a edtech platform, or you could say like 15 minutes quick platform with the videos. These can also give us access to the universities, like role-based access for the universities when they go for the bulk. So when the students get access to these platforms with the subsequent university email, who are in our list of say, if these universities are our in the list, say enterprise subscription list, then all the subsequent university students get it for free. So and also we can actively work with SME Foundation in Bangladesh. We can work with Bragg Bank and also we can work with youth foundations to make them learn about AI. And we should be the company. These particular scopes remains open in the B2B ends. How we utilize this and get into the sectors of education and making people aware of what been done and what is coming in the future. And also by saying and becoming the voice in the next 3 months, we want to make or start or even say engineer the movement. So when we say engineer, that definition means like it will not be straightway on our voice, but rather we would do it, but mass people will not understand that that's been done by us. That's when we make like we engineer by us. So we could pivot that engineering movement where a AI ministry should form. Right now we want to be that is the fact. And also as we are doing number of things, I believe we the influx of money should stay coming in, so we want to invest in another, or when we say business investing, it sounds very rigid, but what it is let's, if I have seen some gap in the Pathao app, which is one of the lifestyle app in Bangladesh, but when it comes to driving or ride sharing, these motorbikes, you could say Dhaka street is no more controlled by these apps. The control of Dhaka street is taken away. These apps fail to basically even understand what the drivers need, and the model is not anymore working. But utilizing this gap, we could basically eventually launch something which can take back the authority of Dhaka street by providing a unique value to the both side people, drivers and the users subsequently. But that also needs some unique forming, so I need to serve these people. There is a gap, I find out, so I need my team, one of the team, I need to adjacently quickly basically give them this, I need to form a team who will be basically working on that. And also there is a place where I see one person building a $1 million or $1 billion company. So there is another SaaS in subsequent mind, I find, which we can build, or already we have. It's just a matter of understanding the business plan, which can where else we can connect, what should be the business format. Either we go with a non-profit format and go for the like NGO kind of format, or we make it LLC, or we make it like one person building this sort of with a SaaS, one person building this $1 billion company with the use of agents, where founders or different levels of businesses come across this platform, irrespective of the stage of the business, from the idea to even with the growing stage. Any business case on board and replace, I'm not gonna say replace, or basically start experiencing agents working for them. So initially we do have like 14 agents. So as like human, if these agents are can work for these businesses, ultimately if these agents will subsequently learn their business after working, and there will be a certain time once upon that barrier been reached, that can autonomously take the whole decision of the business. That is the end point, right? So now saying that there are a number of parks, startups, points, accelerator programs we can connect with this, but the goal is to basically connect Y Combinator, or either connect big platforms like Get Foundation. So going in both cases, we need to solve real people problem. Real problem, when we mean real problem, real people means like employing the one who don't have job, helping the people who has big idea but lacks those initial capital, or even say different stages, the founders or any big stages who are lacking those decision making capabilities. In the countries like Nigeria, Nepal, Bhutan, it is really hard to find those knowledge with experience. It comes with a hefty price, so it will be something very interesting to see, bridging this gap with the West and Europe. In the current days, East and Africa, this sort of tool will engage not millions but engage thousands of millions instead. So there is a new economy uprising, and Chotik wants to take, and I as a founder wants to be that voice, and this voice may take me to the places where I get to see the big guns, like so Mark Zuckerberg, say Elon Musk. So even me going there from the place where I am right now, that make a statement which will inspire not like thousands but millions uprising and coming with agents. Yes, that is something for now I could say, and personally I would say yes, I have make up to Shark Tank. It didn't work out at then, and but now I'm aiming at going to Y Combinator. I truly believe network is the game, and Shotik wants to be the oracle of new agentic era. So saying that, I know it is very huge, and reputation of these places where from the startups are being formed, and the color race do matters. The reality is this, but we are trying to educate people that don't matter. But I believe if you work with the ethics, anything and everything is possible. So saying the high note, even Chaldal saying that I'm just closing right now. So you do have the starting story, and now you do have the execution story. You do have a stage where we are making almost like average like par. Now it is time we uprise. So in the next following days, next following 180 days, it may sound rigid, it may sound too much, but it is not. If we can pull it off, then this is something bigger and better and new. A ecosystem is getting in place. So also there are certain success stories you can basically find going into our ecosystem.shotik.ai, ecosystem.shotik.ai. You can find that, and you can also go and visit shotik.ai, the website itself. You can you can find relevant peer in say Yahoo Finance. Make sure that Yahoo Finance peer is old, but you have the current voice and all the information from me. So value my statement over Yahoo Finance. But yes, this is the very updated one. So that's it. Thank you.
Wait a minute.